to all the Gemini people out there. Hello, and how are you doing? I'm going to give you the monthly horoscope for October 2012. And for all mutable signs, and you're one of them, there is a lot going on. There is a lot of fresh stuff going on for the mutable signs, which includes Gemini. Now, but first, I'm going to start to talk about Saturn and Neptune, that trine that I was talking about earlier in the earlier monthly horoscopes of September. Now, this trine of Neptune and Saturn, you know, Saturn that is manifesting stuff, and Neptune that is connected with our higher ideals. So it's a moment of combining those two. Now, for you, it's very interesting because you've got Neptune in your 10th house, which relates, it's the highest point of the horoscope, it relates work, it relates how other people see you. And Saturn is in your 6th house, so in Scorpio. So anything that has to do with health, that has to do again with work, because it's often the day-to-day routines, is also highlighted here. So what could it mean for a lot of Geminis? It could simply mean that that they are starting a project, or that they are starting with something new at work, and that has to do with manifesting their ideals, but in their professional job. Or if you're out of work, you're really trying to apply that. You're really trying that other people see you that way. So not only the realistic side of Saturn there in the 6th house, which means working hard probably, and working hard on your, it could also mean working hard on your health to become healthier. It could also mean that you just have to put a lot of effort into your day-to-day routines. But of course, all the other houses are going to benefit from that if you do that. So that's very nice for Geminis, that they will that they will do both. And Geminis do like these fresh things going on, you know, not only the realistic side of life, but also the idealistic side of life. And I think that Geminis are going to be able to do that in some kind of way, or trying to accomplish it. Now, what else is going on? There's something very interesting going on for all the mutable signs. And that is, it's a building up of a square, and in the middle of the month, it's at its top. And what is it all about? It's about Mars and Venus and Jupiter. Now, Mars is in your 7th house. It's in your sign that opposes you. It's in Sagittarius. This could mean, on a very, very simple level, this could be that interactions with other people are going to be very lively, are going to be very straightforward. And I think you like the liveliness in life. Most Geminis do, I think. And with Mars there in that 7th house, you can meet a lot of discussions and people who are quite bold. Sagittarius is very straightforward, and maybe not always having the tact to tell you something. It surely or probably will be the truth, but the way they say it, it's going to be Mars-like, you know, with a lot of action and a lot of vigor. So expect that interactions with other people can be very lively. But on the other hand, you have Venus in your 4th house. So Venus in Virgo in the 4th house means that you want to have peace at home. So as this is all in a square, it squares up with Jupiter that is in your sign. Because this is all in a square, it is really triggering your key areas of life. And the key areas of life for you is the 4th house, your home, your roots, your core. The 1st house, that's you. The 7th house, that's the other person. And that Neptune in the 10th is also involved because it trines Saturn. And that's in your 10th house. So it's a lot happening, and it's That's why it's a bit not easy to explain how this can, in a general horoscope, show itself. But it probably will show itself that that other person triggers something, but you still want to have the peace, and that's going to be a challenge in one way or another during the middle of the month. But this is not all bad. On the contrary, whilst all this is happening, there is a new moon in Libra, and it's on the fixed star Spica. I already talked about that. That fixed star Spica simply says all is going to be fine. It's a kind of a protective star. So a fixed star can show us the whole story, and that overrules everything. So when this fixed star with this story of October, the monthly horoscope for Gemini, when that fixed star is saying, hey, you'll be fine no matter what, that is a big message. That's actually the most important message of this monthly horoscope. But it's in your fifth house. So 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth. Yes, it's in your fifth house. So it means that you're going to be able to express yourself in a way, and it's going to feel good afterwards. So yes, very interesting stuff. Another thing that I wanted to say is that opposition between you, Jupiter, in your first house. Well, it's Jupiter in your first house actually, and with Mars in the seventh house. So that opposition, it also reflects endings and new beginnings that are very, very interesting for you. And why is that? Because that Jupiter in your first house, that Jupiter is going backwards, it's going retrograde, as from the 5th of October, which shows that something you're going to rethink stuff, and that is good. You're going to reflect and you're going to rethink stuff. And you're going back to, it's almost saying to a new beginning, because there's another fixed star involved when Jupiter reaches that fixed star, which is called, I'm going to look because the name is a bit difficult, Aldebaran. That is the star of new beginnings. So a lot of Geminis are in the phase of new beginnings, and probably that other person is kind of triggering that for you, because that Mars in Sagittarius is around 9 or 10 degrees or a bit more of Sagittarius. That's another star, and Taurus, and that means cutting off and endings. It doesn't mean to say that you're going to end your relationship. It only means that there's a huge shift going on towards your relationships one-to-one. It can even mean colleagues or clients or people that are very close to you. So that kind of triggers something, and there is this new beginning. So, and your ruler, Mercury, is in Scorpio for approximately the whole month. So also in that sixth house, which also shows that you're going to do quite some stuff about the thing I said in the first place, the Saturn-Neptune trine. So you really are going to try, because of your day-to-day routines, that is going to help you to try to manifest what your ideal is in accord with the higher consciousness. So thank you very much for watching, you Geminis. If you want a more personal look at your chart, please get in touch. I'll put a link beneath, and I wish you all the best for the month of October, and see you next month. Bye bye.